Very good day to all of you, and my dear Saint Joseph parishioners. I will begin now with the third um, talk taken from Pope Francis's letter on Saint Joseph. And this segment is on an accepting father. So I will begin. Joseph accepted Mary unconditionally. He trusted in the angel's words. The nobility of Joseph's heart is such that what he learned from the law he made dependent on charity. Today, in our world, where psychological, verbal, and physical violence towards women is so evident, Joseph appears as the figure of a respectful and sensitive man. Even though he does not understand the bigger picture, he makes a decision to protect Mary's good name, her dignity, and her life. In his hesitation about how to best act, God helped him by enlightening his judgment. Often in life, things happen whose meaning we do not understand. Our first reaction is frequently one of disappointment and rebellion. Joseph set aside his own ideas in order to accept the course of events, and mysterious as they seemed, to embrace them, take responsibility for them, and make them part of his own history. Unless we are reconciled with our own history, we will be unable to take a single step forward, for we will always remain hostage to our expectations and the disappointments that follow. The spiritual path that Joseph traces for us is not one that explains but accepts. Only as a result of his acceptance, this reconciliation, can we begin to glimpse a broader history, a deeper meaning. We can almost hear an echo of the impassioned reply of Job to his wife, who had urged him to rebel against the evil he endured. Shall we receive the good at the hand of the Lord and not receive the bad? Joseph is certainly not passively resigned, but courageously and firmly proactive. In our own lives, acceptance and welcome can be an expression of the Holy Spirit's gift of fortitude. Only the Lord can give us the strength needed to accept life as it is, with all its contradictions, frustrations, and disappointments. Jesus' appearance in our midst is a gift from the Father, which makes it possible for each of us to be reconciled to the flesh of our own history, even when we fail to understand it completely. As God told Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid, so he seems to tell us, do not be afraid. We need to set aside all anger and disappointment and to embrace the way things are, even when they do not turn out as we wish. Not with mere resignation, but with hope and courage. In this way, we become open to a deeper meaning. Our lives can be miraculously reborn if we find the courage to live them in accordance with the gospel. It does not matter if everything seems to have gone wrong or some things can no longer be fixed. God can make flowers spring up from stony ground. Even if our heart condemns us, God is greater than our hearts. He knows everything. Here once again, we encounter that Christian realism which rejects nothing that exists. Reality, in its mysterious and irreducible complexity, is the bearer of essential meaning, with all its lights and shadows. Thus, the Apostle Paul can say, we know that all things work together for good for those who love God, To which St. Augustine adds, even that which is called evil, in this greater perspective, faith gives meaning to every event, however happy or sad. Joseph's attitude encourages us to accept and welcome others as they are without exception, and to show special concern for the weak, for God chooses what is weak. He is the father of orphans, the protector of widows, who commands us to love the stranger in our midst. I like to think that it was from St. Joseph that Jesus drew inspiration from the parable of the prodigal son and the merciful father. So there we have another reflection from Pope Francis on this great saint, our saint, the one that we hold so dear and that we mention so often at church. So may God bless you all, keep you safe, and on this Lenten journey, may the imprint of St. Joseph's life also be on yours. Very good day to